Hi Scorpios, welcome. This is your general scope for the month of May 2017. Before we begin, I'm just going to repeat. Please support this channel by watching the ads or the advertisements at the beginning of my videos and watch them all the way through. Much supported. Much appreciated. Okay, so we start off the beginning of May with the Ace of Swords. So new inspirations probably coming through. It is a card of new beginnings. Maybe some truthful information might be coming to you as well. You could be cutting through the bowl now as well. Maybe it's a new way of thinking, new way of communicating. It is a yes card, so whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. Next card we have is the Page of Cups. This is also a card of new beginnings. Excuse me, they're cutting grass, so it's like really bothering my allergies. It is a card of new beginnings. Maybe a love message coming to you, or news of love coming in for you. It is a card of emotion. This is basically what this card is. It is a card of, maybe it's a new way of feeling for somebody or something. Maybe it's just new feelings coming up, just because. But it is a card of news, and it is about receiving news. So it might hit you emotionally, is what I'm saying. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be maybe the beginning of a new friendship that's developing as well. This is a card of possibly also dealing with an immature person. Maybe he's immature or she is immature in her emotions for you. You could be dealing with your child or the child of somebody else as well. Okay, next card we have is the Nine of Wands. Now we're coming close to a completion. It's not a completion as yet, but it is a card coming close to a completion. This card says that you've been battered and bruised, but you're very resilient and persistent still yet. You might be having your guard up, your shields up, a wall up, and having trouble trusting people at this time because of everything that you've gone through. But you're coming to a completion of this. But still, you're very persistent and resilient. Next card we have is the King of Swords. This is very righteous energy. If it's not a person, it is righteous energy. It's truthful energy coming through. This is a very blunt person, very honest person if it is a person. And the truth may hurt when they talk to you. It could be somebody that you go to for advice, and you trust this person because they're so, even though they're so truthful and honest, even if it hurts. This could also be a boss, a manager, a supervisor, a business partner. They're very by the book. They're very pointy finger too. It's you do this, you do this, you do this, and you do it this way, you do it that way, and so on and so forth. So this is, if it's not energy, this is the type of person you'll be dealing with. And this is about mid-month. Next card we have is the Temperance card. So this card is all about patience and having patience. Maybe you need to have patience with that King of Swords. Maybe you need to have patience with everything that you've gone through. Maybe you need to have patience with that immature emotional person that you're probably dealing with. But patience is asked for regardless. It is also a card of balance and going with the flow as well. So whatever you're going through, you want to go with the flow. Path of least resistance is what this card is telling you to do. So anything that you're going through right now is just go with the flow, let it be. And you need patience in probably doing that as well. It is also probably testing the waters too. Okay. But and it is a major arcana, so you want to pay close attention to that. Next card we have is the Ten of Cups. So this is a card of completion, and it could be emotional completion for you at this time. And I'm so sorry, my allergies. It is about a happy home, happy family life, and basically the meat and potatoes of this card is the happily ever after card. Okay. So that's that. I mean, I can't really say anything. It's a beautiful card, and it's a beautiful card to have, having that emotional bliss. You know, next card or last card we have, this is toward the ending of the month, and this one is the ending of the month, but like I say, energy does flow. So this is the Knight of Cups. It is an action card. This is an emotional card again that we're dealing with. It could be it could be a romantic partner coming in for you. It could be a love message possibly coming in for you. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be just getting an emotional message that comes in, that hits you, you know, emotionally. Good or bad, I can't really say, but I don't think it's bad, because if it was bad, it would be this way. But emotional news nonetheless coming, or message, emotional message coming to you nonetheless. This could be also telling you that maybe somebody else does like you too, and they're not saying it to you, but maybe you might want to take action and take that chance on that person. It could be an invitation to go out on a date, but this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic card. This could be an invitation to go out with friends and family as well, and spending time with them. What else is going on with this card? I think that's about it. That's all the energies that I'm feeling from this card. So let's kind of recap here. Sorry, that was a long pause. So you could be getting spurts of inspiration. You could be getting some truth coming in for you at the beginning of the month. You just could be cutting away the bull this month. Could be a new way of communicating, the way of your thinking, but it's a new beginning anyway, and it's very, you could be thinking quite clearly, and could be sharp in the way that you're thinking as well. I want to just put that out there. But it is a card of new beginnings for you, and perfect for beginning of the month. It is also a yes card, so whatever questions I did not answer, it is a yes to. You could be dealing with maybe an emotionally immature person at this time. You could be dealing with your child or the child of somebody else. You could be dealing with probably something premature at this time, and it's emotionally involved. You could be also getting maybe some news of love coming to you as well. But then again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic card. You could be just getting some news, and it could just be emotional news that hits you. Or you could get an invitation to go out on a date. You could be getting an invitation just to go out with family and friends. Or you could just be, no, I think that was it. That was it. You could be, or have gone through and been battered and bruised. So you're going through a lot at this time, or have gone through a lot at this time. You're putting up some walls, some boundaries. Your guard is up, but you're still very resilient and very persistent in what you're doing at this time. And you're coming close to a completion, and that's coming toward the middle of the month. Okay. I don't think I have anything else on that. You could be dealing with a very blunt person at this time too, and this is about mid-month. It could be that of a boss, a manager, a supervisor who is so by the book, or just dealing with an individual that is by the book. But this could be a person who you go to for advice as well, and you trust this person even though they're so blunt and so honest and so truthful, even though it hurts. But you could be dealing with that type of person. Other than that, it's righteous energy, very truthful energy coming in for you. And then you could have to have, wait, let me take a sip of water. Sorry about that. You could be having to have a lot of patience about beginning toward the ending of the month as well. So maybe some patience and mustering up a lot of patience for you might be a challenge, but you're going to have to muster up some patience there. But maybe it's all about just going with the flow at this time, the path of least resistance. Just let things happen in their own way. And it could be dealing with maybe the Page of Cups, or maybe dealing with the Nine of Wands, you know, that you're being resilient but having gone through a lot, or maybe even just dealing with that very blunt person. But patience is involved. Going with the flow is also very, very important for you at this time. But maybe it's just as simple as testing the waters, or maybe testing the waters with that Page of Cups, or maybe even with that King of Swords. And then we come to a completion at this time, and it's emotional completion. You're at an emotional bliss, happy home, happy family life, and a happily ever after at this time. And that's toward the ending of the month. You could be getting a love message toward the ending of the month, or at the end of the month. Maybe getting an invitation to go out on a date. But then again, it could be a knight in shining armor, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the romantic the romantic night, but it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be just a deep friendship that's developing at this time. Maybe it's just an invitation to spend time with family and friends, but it's an emotional card nonetheless, so you don't want to kind of play that off. So something emotional is going on toward the ending of the month. So I thank you for watching. I wish you a very pleasant May for you, and not too bad. I mean, you got that you know, you got a major arcana, which isn't bad. It's a pretty good card. You got that 10 of Cups, very wonderful card to have. You have a lot of emotions, you know, emotions coming up and emotional things going on, but I don't see it bad at all. So again, I wish you a fabulous month, and remember, it takes two to tarot, and I bid you aloha.